Ceremony of the Great Training Program for instructors, 32 policemen and women were awarded for successfully completing the 8-day exercise. The program was installed back in 2009, and since then, approximately 40 officers have been trained regionally as instructors. Today, the community policing unit of the department grew by an additional 32 officers to its human resources.
Today marks a very historic and important day for the Belize Police Department, as we complete our first gang resistance education and training, or as affectionately known, Great Officers Course in our own country, Belize, for the very first time. The training, which was one and a half week duration, understand commenced with 36 participants, comprising of 2 sergeants, 5 corporals, and 29 police constables from across the entire country. I'm aware that some of the participants here today are not attached to our community police units in their respective formations. Nonetheless, their selection was a deliberate decision on this police administration part, as it is our intent that the department's community police strategy becomes the dominant policing philosophy within the Belize Police Department.
The Gang Resistance Education and Training Program is an important component of the Central American Regional Security Initiative. The officers completed 80 hours of intense training, all in an effort to improve their skills to deal with at-risk youths that the program targets.
I think that the role that all of you can and will play really will have a significant impact on the lives of the children and students that you reach. We simply need to reach out to our young people at an early age. And in my mind, as I've served on the courts, the trial courts for 25 years, that age is getting younger and younger when you've got to reach these kids before they're lured into the gang culture and criminal activity. And that is why, in my mind, it is so important, because you, whether collectively or individually, may be all that stands between a life of promise and a life that, under the best of circumstances in many of our communities, is very difficult and very challenging. So that is how each of you will be impacting many young lives, teaching children to make positive, responsible, life-changing decisions.
Ron Doyle facilitated the training, which he says looks at fostering the potential of the youth.
I've spent over 20 years working with youth. I've seen and participated in a lot of different programs. I've seen a lot of research on those programs. And I can tell you from personal experience, as well as from research that I've studied, that there is one thing, no matter what the program, no matter what the modality, that makes more difference than anything else. And that one thing is relationships. The relationships that you build with children will change their lives, one way or the other.
According to Ambassador Carlos Moreno, the police department will benefit from another round of training for more officers to further boost the community policing unit. Dwayne Moody.